Hi students, I am your maths teacher. I hope you are all safe at home and enjoy the e-learning. Today we are going to see the new topic, complex numbers. In lower classes you studied about the number systems like natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers and irrational numbers. All these numbers consist of real numbers. The next biggest and the largest number system is complex numbers, which constitutes of real and imaginary, which is in the form a plus ib. So in our textbook, chapter 2 is complex numbers. Imaginary numbers are a fine and wonderful refuge of the divine spirit, almost an amphibian between being and non-being. Many mathematicians contributed to the full development of complex numbers. The rules for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of complex numbers were developed by the Italian mathematician Raffaele Bombelli. In real life situations, complex numbers have essential concrete applications in signal processing, control theory, electromagnetism, fluid dynamics, quantum mechanics, cartography and vibration analysis. First we will see what makes to create the complex numbers. Let's assume an equation x square minus 1 equal to 0. So x is equal to plus or minus root 1. So you will get the value of x as plus or minus 1. Next I am going to consider the second equation x square plus 1 equal to 0, which gives x is equal to plus or minus root of minus 1. Now a question arises, what is the value of root of minus 1? This is because when we square a real numbers, it is impossible to get a negative real number. If equation 2 has solutions, then we must create an imaginary number as a square root of minus 1. This imaginary unit root of minus 1 is denoted by I. The imaginary number I tells that I square is equal to minus 1. Now we are going to see the powers of imaginary unit I. First one, I power 0 equal to 1. I power 1 can be written as I square is equal to minus 1. You will get this by root of minus 1 into root of minus 1 gives minus 1. The next one is I cube. I cube can be written as I square into I, which gives the value of I square is minus 1 into I gives minus 1. Then I power 4. I power 4 can be written as I square into I square. The value of I square is minus 1 into minus 1 gives plus 1. Like that, I power minus 1 is equal to minus I power minus 2 is equal to minus 1, I power minus 3 is equal to I power minus 4 is equal to 1. Using these values, we will do the problem from the first exercise. Okay, exercise 2.1. The first problem is I power 1947 plus I power 1950. In this first I am going to split this power in the multiples of 4. So for that first you have to look at the last two digits. The last two digits is 47. So here 44 is the multiple of 4. So I am going to split this as I power 1944 into I power 3. The remaining power is 3. Plus I power 1950 can be split it as I power 1948 into I power 2. So 48 is the multiple of 4. Why I am splitting like this means the power of I power 4 is 1. Even though if the power is in negative of minus 4, that also 1. So I power 1944 is equal to 1. I cube is written as it is. Then I power 1948 is 1 and I square is minus 1. So minus 1 minus I cube is minus I. So the value of this given question is minus 1 minus I. Okay, in the second sum we have I power 1948 minus I power minus 1869. Here I power 1948. Here 48 is the multiple of 4. So I can write this value as same I power 1948 because it is a multiple of 4. Then I power minus 1868 into I power minus 1. 68 is a multiple of 4. So I split this as I power minus 1868 into I power minus 1. This value becomes 1. So 1 into I power minus 1. I power minus 1 is we have I power minus 1 as minus I. So the value of I power minus 1 is minus I. Minus 1 into minus I becomes plus I. So the answer is 1 plus I. The third sum, the question is summation of n is equal to 1 to 12 I power n. First I am going to split this in the form of I power 1 plus I power 2 plus I power 3 plus I power 4 plus I power 5 plus I power 6 plus I power 7 plus I power 8 plus I power 9 plus I power 10 plus I power 11 plus I power 12, because n is from 1 to 12. We know the value of I power 1 is I. Then the value of I power 2 is minus 1. Then the value of I cube is minus I. Then the value of I power 4 is plus 1. Like that, the value of I power 4, I power 6, I power 6 and I power 7, I power 8 also I minus 1, minus I, plus 1. The last 4 terms also I minus 1, minus I, plus 1. If we combine these 4 values, we will get the answer as 0, because plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled, plus I minus I gets cancelled. So the next 4 values also becomes 0. The last 4 values also 0. So the answer becomes 0. The fourth and sixth sum is homework to you. I will do the fifth sum. In the fifth sum, I into I power 2 into I power 3 into I power 2000. Here all the bases are equal, powers are different, all are in multiples. So I can write this in the single base I power 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to 2000. So this is in the form of sum of natural numbers. For that the formula is n into n plus 1 by 2. So I am going to use this formula here. You will get 2000 into 2001 divided by 2. If you simplify this, you will get 1000 into 2001, which is I power 2001000. This is the multiple of 4, so you can get the answer as 1. So whatever the number which is a multiple of 4 in the I power, you will get the answer as 1. The first exercise is over. Next we are going to the subtopic complex numbers. Here we are going to read the complex number in rectangular form. The second one is organ plane. Then third one is algebraic operations on complex numbers like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. The rectangular form of a complex number. A complex number is of the form x plus iy or x plus yi, where x and y are real numbers. We call the x as real part and y as imaginary part of the complex numbers. Next important note, if x is equal to 0, then the complex number is said to be purely imaginary. If y is equal to 0, then the complex number is said to be real. So 0 is the only number which is once real and purely imaginary. So it is customary to write the standard form of complex number as x plus iy for z. With this note, we will move to the exercise 2.2. In that the first sum is evaluate the following if z is equal to 5 minus 2i and w is equal to minus 1 plus 3i. Find the first one is z plus w, second z minus iw, third one 2z plus 3w, fourth one z into w, fifth one z square plus 2z plus w square, and sixth one is z plus w whole square. The first sum, the two complex numbers z and w are given. First you are going to add those two numbers. 5 minus 2i plus of minus 1 plus 3i gives 5 minus 2i minus 1 plus 3i. While adding the two complex numbers, add the real part with the real part and the imaginary part with the imaginary part. So you will get 5 minus 1 as 4 and minus 2i plus 3i gives plus I. So the answer is 4 plus I. Next in the second sum, we are going to find z minus iw. So substitute the value of z as 5 minus 2i minus I into minus 1 plus 3i, which gives 5 minus 2i minus I into minus 1 gives plus I, Minus I into plus 3i gives minus 3, I into I square gives minus 1. On simplifying this, you will get 8 minus I. Do the third, fourth and sixth sum as homework. We will do the fifth sum. Okay, in the fifth sum, we have to find the value of z square plus 2zw plus w square. Now I am going to substitute the values of z. 5 minus 2i whole square plus 2 into 5 minus 2i into minus 1 plus 3i plus w square is minus 1 plus 3i whole square. Now expand this in the form of a minus b whole square. That is a square plus b square, that is 2i square, minus 2 into a into b, that is 2 into 5 into 2i, plus 2 into, multiply these two complex numbers. 5 into minus 1 gives minus 5, 5 into 3i gives 15i, minus 2i into minus 1 gives plus 2i, minus 2i into plus 3i gives minus into plus minus, 3 2s are 6, I into I square is minus 1. Then expand this, minus 1 square, that is 1, minus 1 square plus 3i whole square minus 2 into 1 into 3i. On simplifying this, you will get 25 minus 4, 2 square is 4, I square is minus 1, so minus 4, here minus 20i, then plus 2 into minus 5 plus 6, minus 5 plus 6 gives 1, 15i plus 2i gives 17i. Here minus 1 square is plus 1, here 3 square is 9, I square gives minus 1, so minus 9, here minus 6i. On simplifying this, you will get 21, 25 minus 4 gives 21, bring this minus 20i as it is, 2 into 1 gives 2, 2 into 17i gives 34i, 1 minus 9 gives minus 8 and minus 6i. 21 plus 2 gives 23, 23 minus 8 gives 15. Minus 20 minus 6 minus 26i plus 34 gives plus 8i. Exercise 2.2 second sum. Given the complex number z equal to 2 plus 3i represents the complex number in organ plane. The organ plane means we have the x-axis, that x-axis should be taken as real part and then y-axis is taken as the imaginary part. So these axes are called the real axis and this is called the imaginary axis. We have to represent this three complex numbers in this organ plane. This is called the complex plane. So first one, z is equal to 2 plus 3i. Second, iz is equal to I into 2 plus 3i. So 2 into I gives 2i, 3 into I gives 3i square. I square is minus 1. So 3 into minus 1 minus 3 plus 2i. And third one, z plus iz. Here the z is 2 plus 3i. I am going to add this iz. What is the iz? This is the iz. Minus 3 plus 2i. So 2 minus 3 gives minus 1. 3i plus 2i gives 5i. So these are the three complex number which we have to plot in the complex plane. Now we are going to plot the z, iz and z plus iz. That is 2 plus 3i minus 3 plus 2i and minus 1 plus 5i in this complex plane. Here the first point is 2 plus 3i, that is 2 and then here 3. So 2 plus 3i, mark this as z. 2 plus 3i. 2 is the real axis, 3 is the imaginary axis. Then we have to plot the minus 3 plus 2i, minus 3 plus 2. Here this is iz, minus 3 plus 2i. Then z plus iz, that is minus 1 plus 5z, that is minus 1 and plus 5z is z plus iz, this point. Now we have to draw the line. So that's all. So these are the 3 points represented in the complex plane or organ plane. Next, third sum in this exercise 2.2. Find the values of real numbers x and y if the complex numbers 3 minus I into x minus 2 minus I into y plus 2i plus 5 and 2x plus of minus 1 plus 2i y plus 3 plus 2i are equal. So here these two complex numbers are equal. So I am going to equate these two complex numbers to the left side and the right side. So 3 minus I into x minus 2 minus I into y plus 2i plus 5 is equal to 2x plus of minus 1 plus 2i into y plus 3 plus 2i. Now I am going to simplify the left hand side. 3 into x gives 3x, minus I into x gives minus ix, minus y into 2 gives minus 2y, minus into minus becomes plus, I into y gives iy. Next one is 2i and 5 is equal to 2x minus 1 into y gives minus y, 2i into y gives 2yi plus 3 plus 2i. Now I am going to separate the real numbers, real terms and the imaginary terms. The real terms are 3x minus 2y plus 5. So these are the real numbers. The imaginary numbers are ix, iy, 2i. In this I am going to take the I as common. So you will get minus x plus y plus 2 is equal to, in the right hand side the real numbers are 2x minus y plus 3 plus, I am going to take the I as common. The imaginary numbers are 2y plus 2. Now equating the real and imaginary part, we get 3x minus 2y plus 5 equal to, in the right hand side the real part is 2x minus y plus 3. On simplifying this you will get 3x minus 2x minus 2y plus y plus 5 minus 3 equal to 0, that is x minus y plus 2 equal to 0. This is the first equation. Then equating the imaginary part, the imaginary part in the left side is minus x plus y plus 2. In the right hand side it is 2y plus 2. If you bring this to the left side, you will get minus x plus y minus 2y plus 2 minus 2 equal to 0, which gives minus x minus y equal to 0. This is the second equation. Now we have to solve these two equations and get the values of x and y. So x, first equation is x minus y plus 2 equal to 0. On simplifying this, plus x minus x gets cancelled, minus 2y plus 2 equal to 0, which gives minus 2y is equal to minus 2, y is equal to 1. Substitute the value of x as y as 1 in the equation 2, you will get minus x minus 1 equal to 0, minus x is equal to plus 1, x is equal to minus 1. So the value of x is minus 1 and the value of y is plus 1. With this the exercise is over. I hope you understand all the problems. Practice the remaining problems as homework. Then we will move on to the next topic, properties of complex numbers. Here you already studied the properties with the rational numbers, real numbers, etc. Here we are going to study with the complex numbers. The first one is the closure property on addition. Here if you take any two complex number z1 and z2, then the sum of z1 and z2 is also a complex number. Like that for multiplication, closure property is For any two complex numbers z1 and z2, the product of z1 and z2 is also a complex number. Next comes the commutative property. For any two complex numbers z1 and z2, we have z1 plus z2 is equal to z2 plus z1. Like that, for multiplication also, for any two complex numbers z1 and z2, we have z1 z2 equal to z2 into z1. And third property is the associative property. Here we have three complex numbers z1, z2 and z3. z1 plus z2 plus z3 gives z1 plus z2 plus z3. Then for multiplication, z1 into z2 into z3 is equal to z1 into z2 into z3. Next comes the additive identity. Here the additive identity is the 0, which is in the complex number form is 0 plus 0i. Here z plus 0 or 0 plus z gives z. So 0 is the additive identity. For multiplicative identity, z into 1 or 1 into z gives z. So 1 can be written as 1 plus 0i. So that is the multiplicative identity. For additive inverse, for every complex number z, there exists an additive inverse which is minus z. Z plus minus z is equal to minus z plus z equal to 0. So minus z is called the additive inverse of z. For multiplicative inverse, for any two complex numbers z into w or z, w into z is equal to 1. Here w is called the multiplicative inverse of z, which is denoted by z power minus 1. So the multiplicative inverse of z is z power minus 1. Next comes the distributive property of multiplication over addition. Here for any three complex numbers z1, z2 and z3, we have z1 into z2 plus z3, which gives z1 into z2 plus z1 into z3, and z1 plus z2 into z3 gives z1 into z3 plus z2 into z3. Complex number also obeys the laws of indices. Here z power m into z power n is equal to z power m plus n. The second one is z power m by z power n is equal to z power m minus n. Then third one is z power m whole power n gives z power m into n. Then the fourth indices is z1 into z2 whole power m is equal to z1 power m into z2 power m. Now we will do the exercise 2.3. In this, the first sum is z1 and z2 z3 is given. You have to verify the associative property, that is z1 plus z2 plus z3 equal to z1 plus z2 plus z3. Then second one is z1 into z2 into z3 is equal to z1 into z2 into z3. Here I am going to do the first sum only. First sum, the left hand side is z1 plus z2 plus z3. So substitute the values of z1, z2 and z3. 1 minus 3i plus of minus 4i plus 5. First I am going to simplify this z1 plus z3. So 1 minus 3i minus 4i plus 5, which gives 1 minus 7i. Minus 3i minus 4i gives 7i plus 5. Now 1 plus 5 gives 6 minus 7i. So this is the left hand side. Now comes to the right hand side. Right hand side is z1 plus of z2 plus z3. Here z1 is 1 minus 3i plus of z2 is minus 4i plus 5. So you will get 1 minus 3i plus into minus gives minus 4i plus 5. 1 plus 5 gives 6. Minus 3i minus 4i gives minus 7i. Now LHS is equal to RHS. Hence Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 is equal to Z1 plus of Z2 plus Z3 is verified. The second sum is homework to you. In this we have two subdivision. Then I will do the third sum. third sum is z1 is equal to 2 plus 5i, z2 is equal to minus 3 minus 4i, and z3 is equal to 1 plus i. Find the additive inverse and multiplicative inverse of z1, z2 and z3. Here we know that the additive inverse of z is minus z. So therefore the additive inverse of z1 is minus z1. So that is minus z1 is equal to minus 2 minus 5i. So this is the additive inverse of z1. Like that the additive inverse of z2 is minus z2, which is equal to minus of minus 3 minus 4i. So this is z2, minus into z2 gives minus into minus plus 3 plus 4i. This is the additive inverse of z2. Like that the additive inverse of z3 is minus z3, which is minus of 1 plus i, which gives minus 1 minus i. Now we are going to find the multiplicative inverse of z1, z2 and z3. We know that the multiplicative inverse of z is z power minus 1. That can be written as 1 by z. For the z1 is 2 plus 5i. The multiplicative inverse of z1 is z1 whole power 1 by is minus 1, which gives 1 by z1. That is 1 by 2 plus 5i. We have to simplify this by taking the conjugate multiplication. The conjugate multiplication is 2 minus 5i divided by 2 minus 5i. If you multiply the numerator with 1, you will get 2 minus 5i. The denominator is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. So that is a square minus b, that is 5i whole square, which gives 2 minus 5i by 2 square is 4, 5 square gives 25, minus I square gives minus 1, minus into minus plus. So the answer is 1 by 29 into 2 minus 5i. So this is the multiplicative inverse of z1. Like that you can do the z2 and z3 as homework. Next we are going to see the important topic, conjugate of a complex number. The conjugate of a complex number x plus iy is defined as the complex number x minus iy. You will get this conjugate by just simply changing the sign of the imaginary part. You will see here the complex conjugate of z is denoted by z bar. So that is a notation for the conjugate of complex number. If any complex number z can be written as z bar, then we call it as conjugate. If we take a complex number 2 plus 5i, the complex conjugate for that is 2 minus 5i. Now we will see the product of the complex number with its conjugate. It gives a real number. X plus iy into x minus iy gives x square minus of iy whole square, which in turn gives x square plus y square. Here we don't have any I term. So you can straight away you can write this as x square plus y square. So like that 1 plus 3i into 1 minus 3i gives 1 plus 9, which is 10. Understand this concept, then only it is easy for you to do in problems. Now comes the properties of complex conjugates. The first property is z1 plus z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar plus z2 bar. Then second one is z1 minus z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar minus z2 bar. Then third property is z1 into z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar into z2 bar. Then fourth property is z1 by z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar divided by z2 bar. Here z2 is not equal to 0. Then the fifth property is real of z is equal to z plus z bar by 2. Then sixth property, imaginary of z is equal to z minus z bar by 2i. Seventh property is z power n whole bar is equal to z bar whole power n, where n is an integer. Eighth property is z is real if and only if z equal to z bar. Like that ninth property is z is purely imaginary if and only if z equal to minus z bar. The last one is z bar whole bar is equal to z. In your textbook, from these 10 properties, some of the properties are verified in your book. Just go through that. So this is the first property, like that the third property, and Also the ninth property is verified in your textbook. If you go through, you will easily understand. Now we will do the three more properties, 5th, 6th and 8th, which is given in your exercise problem 5. Exercise 2.4, fifth sum. Prove the following properties. Z is real if and only if Z is equal to Z bar. Then second one, real of Z is equal to Z plus Z bar by 2. Then third one is imaginary of Z is equal to Z bar by 2i. The first one is Z is real if and only if Z equal to Z bar. So first we have to assume that Z equal to x plus iy. So by definition Z bar is equal to x minus iy. Therefore Z equal to Z bar. Substitute the value of Z as x plus iy, which is equal to Z bar is x minus iy. In the equal to side, x and x gets cancelled. Iy here minus iy. If you bring this minus iy this side, you will get iy plus iy equal to 0. That is 2iy equal to 0. Y is equal to 0. So if y is equal to 0, then you will get Z as real. Now we will see the second property. Real of Z is equal to Z plus Z bar by 2. Let's assume that Z is equal to x plus iy and Z bar is equal to x minus iy. So RHS is Z plus Z bar by 2. I am going to take the right hand side and prove the left hand side. So substitute the Z as x plus iy plus x minus iy divided by 2. Iy minus iy gets cancelled. You will get 2x by 2. 2 gets cancelled. You will get x. So x is called as the real part of Z. So Z plus Z bar by 2 is equal to real part of Z. Hence we verified the second property. We will see the third sum. Imaginary of Z is equal to Z minus Z bar by 2i. Here also I am going to assume that Z is equal to x plus iy. So we will get Z bar is equal to x minus iy. So right hand side is Z minus Z bar by 2i. Substitute the value of Z as x plus iy minus of Z bar is x minus iy whole divided by 2i. If you simplify this, you will get x plus iy minus x plus of iy by 2i. Here plus x and minus x gets cancelled. You will get iy plus iy as 2iy divided by 2i. 2 and ii gets cancelled. You will get y. So y is called the imaginary part of Z. So we arrived this Z minus Z bar by 2i is equal to imaginary of Z. Exercise 2.4, we are going to do the first sum. Write in rectangular form. This problem is 5 plus 9i plus 2 minus 4i whole bar. Here we have two complex numbers with the conjugate. So first, by the property I am going to split this as 5 plus 9i whole bar plus 2 minus 4i whole bar. Conjugate of this complex number means you have to change the sign of the imaginary part. That gives 5 minus 9i plus, here if we change the sign of the imaginary part, you will get 2 minus becomes plus 2 plus 4i. Now add these two real part. 5 plus 2 gives 7. Minus 9i plus 4i gives minus 5i. The second sum, 10 minus 5i by 6 plus 2i. We have to bring this to the rectangular form. Here complex number is in division form. So we have to take the conjugate of the denominator and multiply both numerator and denominator. The conjugate of the denominator is 6 minus 2i divided by 6 minus 2i. The denominator becomes a plus b into a minus b. That is a complex number and its conjugate. The product of the two numbers means you will get real part square plus imaginary part square. We already see this as x plus iy into x minus iy gives x square plus y square. Using that we get the answer as 6 square plus 2 square. Now I am going to multiply the numerator. 10 into 6 gives 60. 10 into minus 2i gives minus 20i. Minus 5 into I into 6 gives minus 30i. Here minus into minus plus 5 into 2 gives 10. I into I gives I square. I square becomes minus 1. So 10 into minus 1 gives minus 10. Here if you add these two imaginary numbers, you will get minus 50i. Here 60 by 6 square gives 36 plus 2 square is 4. So 60 minus 10 gives 50 minus 50i divided by 36 plus 4 gives 40. So if you take the 50 as common, you will get 50 into 1 minus I divided by 40. 0 0 gets cancelled. We will get the answer as 5 by 4 into 1 minus I. Next we will do the sixth sum. Here find the least value of the positive integer n for which root 3 plus I whole power n is real and purely imaginary. First we are going to substitute n as 2. So root 3 plus I whole square is equal to root 3 square plus 2 root 3 I plus I square, which in simplification gives 3 minus 1 plus 2 root 3 I. If you take 2 as common, you will get 2 into 1 plus root 3 I. Then I am going to substitute n equal to 3. Root 3 plus I whole cube is equal to 2 into 1 plus root 3 I into root 3 I. If you multiply this, you will get 2 into root 3 plus I plus 3I minus root 3. Root 3 plus root 3 gets cancelled. You will get 2 into 4I, which in turn gives 8I. So now you get the imaginary part. If you multiply this root 3 plus I with power 6, that means 8I into 8I gives 64 into minus 1 gives minus 64. Now for n is equal to 6, you will get root 3 plus I whole power n is real. And for n is equal to 3, you will get root 3 plus I whole power n is imaginary. With this, we will wind up the today's class. Practice all the concepts and the properties what we seen today. Watch it again and again and practice well. Thank you.